Drei Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht drei Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Welcome to this week's episode of Opa's Corner. So, we start off with a story. A man walks into a restaurant with a full-grown ostrich behind him. The waitress asks for their orders. The guy says, hamburger, fries, and a Coke, and turns to the ostrich. What's yours? I'll have the same, says the ostrich. A short time later, the waitress returns with the order. That will be $18.40, please. The man reaches into his pocket and without looking pulls out the exact change for payment. The next day, the guy and the ostrich return to the same restaurant, and the guy says, a hamburger, fries, and a Coke. The ostrich says, I'll have the same. Again, the guy reaches into his pocket and pays with exact change. This becomes routine until one night they enter the restaurant and the waitress asks, the usual? No, this is Friday night. So I'll have a steak, baked potato, and a salad, says the guy. Me too, says the ostrich. The waitress brings the order and says, that will be $42.62. Once again, the guy pulls the exact change out of his pocket and places it on the table. The waitress can't hold back her curiosity any longer. Excuse me, sir, how do you manage to always come up with the exact change out of your pocket every time? Well, says the guy, several years ago I was cleaning my attic and I found an old lamp. When I rubbed it, a genie appeared and offered me 2 wishes. My first wish was that if I ever had to pay for anything, I would just put my hand in my pocket and the right amount of money would always be there. That's brilliant, says the waitress. Most people would wish for $1 million or something, but you'll always be as rich as you want for as long as you live. That's right. Whether it's a gallon of milk or a Rolls Royce, the exact money is always there, says the guy. The waitress asks, but sir, what's with the ostrich? The guy sighs and answers, well, my second wish was for a tall chick with long legs who agrees with everything I say. Late one night, this guy is speeding down an empty road. A cop sees him go flying past, so chases after him and pulls him over. The cop goes up to the car, and when the man rolls down the window, he asks, are you aware of how fast you were going, sir? The man replies, yes, I am. I'm trying to escape a robbery I got involved in. The cop looks at him disbelievingly and asks him, you were the one being robbed, sir? The man casually replies, oh no, I was the one who committed the robbery. I was escaping. The cop is shocked and surprised that the man has admitted this so freely. He says, so you're telling me you were speeding and committed a robbery? Oh yeah, replied the man calmly, and I have all the loot in the back. The cop is now starting to get angry and says, sir, I'm afraid you'll have to come with me, as he reaches into the window to take the car keys out of the ignition. The man shouts, don't do that! I'm afraid you'll find the gun in my glove compartment. At this, the cop pulls his hand out of the window and says, wait here, as he returns to his car to call for backup. Soon, there are police cars and helicopters all over, everywhere you look. The man is quickly dragged out of his car, handcuffed, and taken toward the police car. However, before he's put in the car and taken away, a police sergeant walks up to him and says, while pointing at the cop that pulled him over, "Sir, this officer tells us that you had committed a robbery, had stolen loot in the trunk, and had a loaded gun in your glove compartment. However, we didn't find any of these things in your car." The man replies, "Yeah, and I bet that liar said I was speeding too." And now for the funnies. Here are a few funnies for the start of a new school year. My homework is stuck on a boat because of international supply chain related port delays. Homework due today. No excuses. Looks silly, but the kids are finally listening to her. History class is hard to understand. We're still in the pre-iPhone period. It's I before flee, except after C. Oh, look, this get better. F in history. You even flunked something not happened yet. Charles Dickens finally breaks through his writer's block. I can't think of another story, Sam. Give me a martini. Oliver Twist. After 39 years and 11 months of stubbornly wandering the desert, Moses' wife decides to ask for directions to the Promised Land. In God's kitchen. Something tells me this thing's only half-baked. Amish road rage. Get thee out of the way! Go raise a barn. Thy mother wears army bonnets. Step on it yonder. Place it up thy butter churn. Disaster befalls Professor Schnabel's cleaning lady when she mistakes his time machine for a new dryer. And down they went, Bob and Francine, two more victims of the La Brea carpets. Prince Charming and Cinderella, the later years. Those better not be my glass slippers you're wearing to take out the garbage. Alexa, play me a little Tom Petty. Alexa's in the living room. You're talking to the tuna fish can. Bachelor number 3. Who would you rather swallow? Mickey Mouse, Speedy Gonzales, or Rocky the Flying Squirrel? And why? Superman in his later years. Dang. Now where was I going? Look, you had 5 bones, right? Your friend Zuki comes over and stays a while, then leaves. Now you have 4 bones, right? You don't have to be a lassie to figure that one out. On October 23, 1927, 3 days after its invention, the first rubber band is tested. Oh man, look Ernie, this guy has the winning lottery ticket in his pocket. Lucky stiff. After 50 years as the church organist, Gladys made a genuine effort to adjust to the new worship format. You've got the whole plane to yourself. The large group going to the psychic convention all canceled at the last moment. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the world's greatest escape artist, the Great Waldo! You must be new here. That's Miss Crutchfield. She's here to make sure nobody runs with scissors. Oh, great. Here comes my boss. That big dumb geek. I hate him so. Oh yeah? Lewis, you're fired. You apparently forgot. This is a cartoon, and I can read every word you think. And finally, here is Germany's entry for the upcoming Iditarod. And this concludes another episode of Opa's Corner.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat er nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.